Good morning, sunshine. I am here at Garin Regional Park. Not sure what I'm going to do yet. Anyway, I was supposed to meet a meetup group, and I don't know, about 27 people signed up. And it said if it rained really hard the night before, they're not going to have it. So it did rain pretty hard, but it would have been nice if they wrote on the meetup last night or today that it's just canceled. But that's the beauty of meetups. You're dealing with people that are just people, and they're not organizers. They just want to go do stuff. I had my own meetup group, and you'd have people sign up, and then you're like, oh, I don't want to get up. There's only 3 people, but there's 3 people that want to go. I want to do it. So you get up, and then they cancel out, so there you are by yourself. So you could have stayed in bed, went later. So if you're part of a meetup group, you should have the courtesy to let them know. And if you're running one, you should also, if it's canceled, put canceled. So today I will be hiking by myself. Well, there's a couple lesbians, if I've ever seen them. Maybe the group's here. So anyway, many years ago, I did a video for Garin Park. It's actually one of the very first ones back in '84, between '84 and '86. Ranger Bill. There's the visitor center. I've taken pictures of models here. It's a great little park. Inside this barn, there's like a blacksmith during the summer and a little store. It's kind of cool. Basically, I have these little extra gigs or chargers. You plug it into your phone. I have an old style phone and new style phone, so it plugs in on one side, and I can charge while I'm hiking. So I will not run out of battery juice. Highly recommend these. I like the little ones. There's bigger ones, and I have 3 of them because I use them for little speakers and stuff. So even though I was not prepared, I was already prepared in case I wasn't prepared. So that makes me prepared. I'm a little cranky today anyway, so it's probably good I'm not around people. But it's all good. I'm not going to let it ruin my day. It's still beautiful, and I am a photographer, and this is a great time to take pictures. Tip number 2, never read these signs before you hike, because then you'll be nervous. Kidding! I will have to say, this right here, I've been chased by cows, and they are not nice. I now have cow phobia. That's right. I had one that wanted to take me down. It's a nice heavy rain. We've been getting them lately, so the water is rising in California, and everything is blooming. Big canopies like this, walking under them, beautiful. However, those ticks look at us and they want to jump on us. I have tick spray, but I don't think they are very active when it's raining. But outside of Garin Park, they have all these old farming type things. Hayward's quite famous for farming. I'm not sure what of, but on the weekends there are farmers markets, I believe in Hayward, but definitely in Castro Valley at the BART station on Saturdays. It's always good to get a map. It's also good to take a picture of it in case you lose it. You just never know. You never know why. But it has come in handy many times. So today's tip number 2, take a picture of the map. It's very important. It's also good to take a picture of your car in the parking lot in case you're out there and you're lost, which is possible. It's been a while since I've been to Garin Park, but I've been down this way. So today, I think I'm going to go up around this ridge. My battery is dying, but I have a charger, so if I get in trouble being by myself, I might be able to call someone. And so here we go. Sucks getting older. So I forgot my granny glasses, but I didn't really, because I have these ones that are foldable. They're not the best in the world, but they work since I got to read the map. Normally I'd have this all planned out, but I was just going to follow people. Now I can't. So these little things fold up into here. They're great emergency ones. I'm not going to lie when I say I have a fear of cows. I do. This hike might not end well. You see pretty cows gazing. I see trouble. I got two of them staring me down. That white one up on the hill. Let me see him. What the fuck? Right now they're on the other side of a fence, so the sign said they might be grazing somewhere. Anyway, I just wanted to show you the water. You know, people, you have to care about the land. You got to care about the water. Shit rolls downhill. You pollute our water. You pollute our food. You pollute the grass and the water. You pollute the animals that we eat. Yeah, I'm going to follow this nice family. At least if I get chased by a cow, maybe they'll help me out. See, look, I'm plugged in. You're plugged in. I actually took a picture of a couple under that amazing tree. Look at that. Talk about history. It's awesome. Cows are not aggressive by nature. That's bullshit. Keep your dog. Yeah. The trick about cow scenario, if you go near them, always pick out a tree or something that you can hide behind. Given a situation necessary, you have a plan where you're going to run. All right, so there, a marked trail. Woohoo! There it is, folks. I'm not even lying. I'm following somebody with a duffel bag, and he's going into the woods. It's not big enough for a body, but there's something. Something's up. So remember that family? That's the area they were at. So I was on the other side. I was just on the wrong side of the river. That's what happens when you're making videos and not paying attention to the map. Since it's a rainy day, this is perfect. The other side is muddy. Well, there's a horse trail right there, and there's Arroyo Flats, which means I'm supposed to go straight according to the map, which means I have to go behind the gate, which I'm not comfortable. You don't see any trees back there. It was nice knowing you. See cows. Be ready to run. Okay, I found a marker, visitor old homestead, blah blah blah. Okay, so now I'm at a trailhead that I'm gonna turn. I'm gonna look back. Here's another tip. To come back, I'm gonna look for that house up there. You can see it if I'm pointing at it. To go back through that cage. And I'm home set. So it's always great to keep markers in your mind. So I'm checking out my map, and you're thinking to yourself back there, how could you possibly lose a map? Well, think of it right now. I'm here all by myself. I'm looking at my map. What if a cow came up behind me and chased me and I had to run, and then they all stood around my map? I still have my cell phone. So, this is Old Homestead, which looks like it goes to a dead end, and this is a loop. So I can make it short, go there and come back, or go in that direction, which is a loop, which is going in the direction of the cows, which I'm not crazy of. But, you know, you gotta face your fears, people. The only thing I don't like is this open terrain. But I see places I can run and hide behind. Here we go. Goodbye. This is a sign that they've been walking through here, people. I swear if I see one, I'm coming back. LOL, I just got a text from somebody from the meetup group and said that the meetup's next Saturday. I love being dyslexic. Reliable dyslexia, as one of my clients likes to say. Anyway, it's a nice hike. It's not too scary by yourself. That's not a good sign. And this is not good. I got mud on my feet, which means if I do try to run, I'm gonna be slipping all over the place. I'm confused right now because remember that house with the towers right there? I'm on the other side of it. Doesn't seem like I've walked that much yet. And how could I be already over the other side of a mountain? But I don't see the river, so it's possible. No cows. Look how beautiful. I love it. When it's near the spring, it's all pretty green. I'm walking in the grass side because my feet are very muddy. When I was a kid, we had a Disney encyclopedia, and my favorite part of it was that you learned what tracks look like, and they're good to know. You know, you're out here, you think you're right next to suburbia, and you see coyote tracks or bear tracks or stuff like that. You know what you're up against, and you can also tell kind of how long. So some of these tracks have water, so obviously the track was made, then it rained. But this is a fresh track. You can tell by the cut grass. Good to know. Okay, so I'm coming up on a marker. How pretty that is. And it's up the hill. Over there, you can see, woo, there goes my hat. You can see the bay. Okay, we are at the corner of Vista Peak Loop, which will loop around back to here. Looks pretty up-hilly. And there's my marker again, those houses. So I know if I go to that way and then that way, I can come back the way I got here. Very important. I'd have been lost already. Like, la la la. So there's a bay, so that's gotta be, I don't know. That's San Francisco Bay. Maybe that is, it just keeps going that way. Kind of helps orientate you where you're at and where you live. I'm gonna take the high road first. I'm gonna go uphill. I'm here for exercise, people, to save my own life. Yeah, it's not wise to hike by yourself, even in a simple hike kind of scenario. But you also got to save your life by staying healthy, and if you got to wait around for other people, that'll never get done. I'm here almost to the top. There's my house again over there. But I have a friend that works for the park departments, and he lives in a house behind the golf course, the new golf course. And there's Indians have carved into the rocks little things where they ground their nuts and berries. And there's a really cool face nobody probably wants to talk about, because that means they probably won't develop the area, knowing the Indians stayed there, which is kind of very uncool. But I have it on my website, Faces of Hayward. You might be able to look it up and find it. You'll be able to see the picture of the Indian. I wonder if it's still there. That'd be so wrong if they took it out. But nevertheless, of this mountain, and I'm coming up on more rocks, so it's quite possible we could find something up here. They say there's a view of the bay. There it is. Woo! Here's a mess. I'd go hang out by these rocks. because I've kayaked in it. I've been underneath that bridge all the way over to the Martin Bridge, and that's low tide. But when I look it up, I don't know, what is it, 11 or something? You'll see low tide right here, right now. What happens is all the water gushes in for high tide and then gushes out for low tide. And it usually takes 6 hours, and there's 1 hour where it just kind of sits in the middle before it moves. And the closer you are to a channel, the harder the water rushes. I'm gonna hang out right there somewhere, look for Indian stuff, and have lunch. Why is that important to know every 6 hours? Well, if you were out there kayaking and you had no idea what's going on, you'd be stuck in the mud and you'd be scared to death. But if you just hang out, 6 hours later the tide is going to rise again, and you'll be okay, and you'll be able to paddle yourself out of your situation. Which I have been in situations. And that's how I learned to really pay attention to the tides. Look how cool this is. I'm going to hang out with the ticks. That looks like a great rock. I take my gear off. One thing about this kind of weather, and there's a lot of bugs around, but they ain't going to be out so much right now because they're a little hibernating. So they know it's going to rain. They don't like to fly in the rain or crawl in the rain. So take my butt pack off, and here we go. So it's cheaper to get a whole bag of almonds, but I always get these. These aren't raw. I should have got raw package, but you can get them at Trader Joe's in little packets. So I keep 2 for me always. I always bring 2 for guests. We got an apple. I got one. Also, I've had this a long time. It's peanut butter. How cool is that? What a great little packet to keep in your pack for an emergency. You don't think about it. You brought food, need a little nutrition. Never tried it. It's actually kind of old right now. Sell by 5/10/2013. Well, there you go. Show you a little bit about my pack. This is got hand wipes and toilet paper for those little situations. This has got hand wipes and a little blanket. If I had an emergency, it's got a saw in there. I got to cut a branch. It's got all kinds of little things in it. There's a saw. Got first aid tape. Really the most important is to have some kind of sanitizer. I got my spork, spotted one, I got a mosquito net. I love this bag. I'll show it to you later, but thank you very much for sending this to me, STM. I just ate my apple and tossed it down in there. Maybe an apple tree will grow. Definitely feed the critters. Anyway, there, you can see the trail down there, but I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut through it, maybe go that way, do something different. But I'm on top of these rocks. It's very slippery for me because of the mud, but this is a good time to try to get rid of the mud, the edges. Okay, this is my favorite pack. North Face. Sandwich in there, and I love on the back of it I had this little doodad so I could roll my jacket up, put it on there, and I had this blanket. I didn't want to sit in the mud, so it's actually a towel, water something towel. The thing I don't like about it is these pockets are not deep enough for a bottle. They're stupid. I don't know why they make short little pockets on all backpacks. All water bottles are like this big, so I make it so it covers the whole bottle. It's just my humble opinion. Fuckers are right on the path. There ain't no way I'm going that way, so still orientating myself. Wires to my right. Okay, another tip. Start dating, take them to the counselor first. See if they're fucking nuts. Just kidding. Okay, I just kidding. Not really. Another note is you can take pictures of your little markers and orientations. So like that tree, I've probably seen it on the other side, I don't remember it. But if I go through the history of my photos, I'll probably recognize it. I think going parallel to the trail I'm supposed to be on. And as you can see, those cows down there. I think they were a little too lazy to chase me that far. You'll never see me run so fast. They're sitting right on it. That's exactly what happened last time. They sit on it, you have to go around them, and they chase me. I do have a compass way better than the one that's on the back of my whistle. Those compasses, shit. There's more cows. I may have to go back the way I came. There they are. Anyway, so I hate to think that I have to go back. It's got to be impossible that I'm going the wrong way. That's not the big loop. There's two loops. Small loop and a little loop. Totally staring me down. God, I hope this is the way. It can't be any other way. But it's not looking like it. We're starting to move fast. Anyway, according to my map, that's got to be the trail that goes back. It only makes sense. My house is over there. The ocean's over there. That's Hayward over there. The only problem is I'm in a terrain that has a little harder to get through. I'll go down this side, but then I will be in the view of the cows. And I don't want to go near them. Learned that lesson. I think I might have to. Okay, I would absolutely not be doing this during the summer. These could have snakes everywhere. It's softer ground, it's easier to get down. And there's poison oak, but I just can't get in the path of the cows because I know they will chase me. So I'm gonna go down this way, and I think I'll be on my way home. For the record, when you walk downhill, you walk sideways, your feet like this. Say grip, and then your hand is ready to fall this way. The high side, lean to the high side. When you're going uphill, these are all tips from my mom, by the way. You walk like a duck. And then also leaning forward so you can fall that way. Good tips. Although she did walk us right through the poison oak, we had to take a bath in Clorox. Okay, there it is. Straight down there. There was a little path. It looked like deer hooves. So maybe that's where the deers go through. Even though it is kind of winter, what are we, March 11th? I'm going to check for ticks since I've been through a lot of trees. Get them before they bite into me. But I am on a path that's actually big enough for a car, rescue car. But it looks like I'm coming onto a big greenery, so that's a good sign. In the greenery, if I don't see my house, I'm lost. I have to go back towards the cows, but I'm going towards the way I came, so it has to be correct. What have we learned from this scenario? Don't go off the path. No house. Oh, there it is. I think that's it. Pretty far from the bottom too, so there's the water. So there you go. At the bottom of that is where I need to be. I just did a cut through a path. I have no idea what I did. I'll Google it. Earth, which is normally what I do. I Google Earth where I'm going to hike, look at the trails. But like I said today, I was just going to be a follower. I can do that with a good leader. But that's my house, and not just any house, it's the one with the tower on it. So you really got to look at the distinction. So I know you're just like so relieved. No cow incidences. So far so good. Now I'm looking for the cow corral thingy to go to my exit. I see a car, which means it's probably the parking lot. So I'm good. I'm good. Oh, look. There's 3 animals running. no person. They might be coyotes. What do you got in your bag for that, Stacy? Nothing. Yeah. Ah, I got coyotes. Look. 4 of them. Maybe they're dogs. There's a black dog. I don't think there's black coyotes. I'm gonna go down this trail. So I got in my bag. Well, I got my bag. I can snap it together and use it to swing at them if they try to attack me, and I got my whistle to scare them. I got 2 things. Sight for sore eyes, people. There's that fence I went through, and up here is probably where I made the left. And you know what? That wasn't the house. That's a windmill. That's the house right there. And that's why you take a picture of it. Of course, everybody's going to have some kind of antenna living out here in the woods. I was close. But still civilization. To review, remember? See, it's a bigger antenna with the house. That's a house with a little antenna. It looks more like a windmill. So this is why, if I really, really needed to, I could just pull up my iPhone and camera and just go through the history. And there's a shitload of cows. Now, I thought those cows over there with the one white one was the ones that are over there that I saw when I began. I thought, man, they either went for a long walk or those are different cows, but I think they're the same ones. Back where I started. To wrap it up, these cows are like 1,000 pounds or more. You just do not want to get near them. You want to go far, far around them. Find a place you can hide. Make your marker, because now I'm back exactly where I was. Now, let's go find out where that guy hid in the bushes. Because I know he did. The other way is like, you can see my path because of my footprints. So that's how I'm going to find out where he went. Another little tip, my feet are full of mud. So I've been walking in the grass, scraping my feet, using rocks to kick out the mud. And now I'm gonna soak my feet in a little water, rinse out the bottoms. Because now I'm going on to cement. That's most likely to clean before you get in the car. Oh, and about the meetup. It still stands. I mean, you still have that kind of situation going on. I got a text from someone, so that was cool that they text and said it's next week. It's not unusual for me to screw up. But I do have events where, you know, people cancel at the last minute. I understand, but, you know. There you go. Oh, so I was talking about the STM bag. This thing is so cool. First of all, when you get those stuff bags, you know, you put them in this little thing and that's awesome, but you know, you have to carry it by the handle. This I put through my arm like that, and then you have all kinds of room. They sent me a couple of them. Check out their website. They got other kind of bags, but it puts all kinds of stuff in here, and then it crumbles down to a little tiny thing. It's awesome. When you're riding a motorcycle or a scooter, you don't want to hold things in your hand.